She was the queen of rock and roll, a survivor, a fighter, and one of the greatest voices the world has ever known. But behind the smile, Tina Turner carried scars not just from her past, but from the betrayals and broken trusts that followed her through decades in the music industry. Now, at 83, before her passing, Tina revealed the 6 musicians she said she could never trust again, stories filled with pain, power, and hard-won wisdom. Let's uncover the truth behind those names. Number 6. Ike Turner. There's no story of Tina Turner without Ike Turner. He discovered her voice, gave her a name, and nearly destroyed her spirit. Their marriage became a prison of control, fear, and violence. Tina once said, "Ike took my talent and made it his weapon." For years, she forgave him in silence but never trusted him again. When asked later if she'd ever perform with Ike, she replied simply, "Never. That door is locked forever." Number 5. Phil Spector. In 1966, Phil Spector produced Tina's classic River Deep, Mountain High. It was supposed to make her a superstar, but it also cost her control. Spector banned Ike from the studio, paid Tina $20,000, and then refused to release the record properly when it didn't top US charts. Tina later said, "It was a beautiful song, but a terrible experience. I was a voice, not a person to him." She never worked with Spector again and called that session the loneliest moment of my career. Number 4. David Bowie. Tina and David Bowie shared mutual admiration, and their chemistry on stage was electric. But behind the scenes, their friendship took a complicated turn. Bowie introduced Tina to the London nightlife scene in the 1980 seconds, a period when she was rebuilding her life. She loved the freedom, but later said Bowie, "lived too fast, too wild." She admired him deeply, but privately admitted, "David was a beautiful soul, but not someone I could ever truly trust." Number 3. Mick Jagger. Their friendship was legendary. Mick Jagger often credited Tina for teaching him how to move on stage, and together, they gave unforgettable performances. But Tina once revealed that during early tours, Jagger and the Stones used her energy to warm up the crowd, then left her unpaid and uncredited for several appearances. She said, "Mick was kind, but business was business, and I wasn't in control." They remained friends, but she admitted she never forgot those early lessons about loyalty. Number 2. Elton John. In the late 90 seconds, Tina Turner and Elton John were supposed to tour together, but the partnership collapsed before it began. Tina told Elton to tone down his stage show and wear simpler outfits. Elton snapped back, saying, "If you want boring, call someone else." The argument ended their collaboration. Years later, Tina laughed about it, saying, "We were two divas trying to share one crown impossible." Still, she said she never trusted him again after that moment. Number 1. Her former managers. More than any musician, Tina said her deepest betrayals came from the people behind the scenes. After leaving Ike, she signed bad contracts, was underpaid, and taken advantage of by managers who saw her as a has-been, but she proved them all wrong. By the mid-1980 seconds, Private Dancer made her the biggest female rock star on earth. When asked how she did it, Tina said, "I stopped trusting everyone and started trusting myself." Tina Turner's life was about strength through suffering, about transforming pain into power. She once said, "You don't need revenge, you just need to live so well that they have to watch." At 83, she didn't hold grudges, she held wisdom, and her voice, her story, and her spirit still inspire millions to rise above their past and sing anyway. You've been watching Hollywood Golden Stars, where we reveal the untold stories behind music's most powerful legends. If you believe that true strength comes from surviving what others can't, subscribe and ring the bell. Because next time, Whitney Houston finally reveals the 6 people she said broke her trust forever.